episode of Literary Gladiators, the show where we discuss and debate literature in all of its forms. If it's written work, it's game. Let's meet the panel.
Hi, I'm Larry.
I'm Jan.
I'm Kaila.
And I'm Josh, and today we're going to be going over an Sexton poem, and it's actually her very first poem. We wrapped up season 16 discussing her very last poem, and so we're going to the beginning of her career. We're going to talk about her first poem that she wrote called You, Dr. Martin. And the discussion starter that I have for this is that it is set in, it's based on her experience of being in an institution. And I just wanted to ask based on what it's saying, how is she seeing her experience, and why do you think she's feeling that way?
It's difficult. I would say that she is somewhat cynically approaching it. I would say that she is not sincere in her.
Like sarcastic?
Yeah, like sarcastic
Snarky?
and snarky. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's how I think. That's how I think she's. Her attitude is about the experience. She's not really happy to be there, and she's not really, enjoying herself. I guess I don't know how to say it exactly.
I don't think I'd enjoy myself either.
Yeah, no,
Nobody
not that
would.
It is. Yeah, no.
Jen?
I don't. It's so hard to explain because she's obviously mentally ill, and this was back in the
50s.
50s. I thought maybe early 60s. But anyway, treatments then weren't what they are now. Were she alive in this day and age, she would probably be able to get some kind of treatment. She was bipolar, I believe. So there are medications. There are things, better ways to receive help. I found this a very difficult read because of, like you said, the snarkiness, and I think she was just disillusioned with life in general, disillusioned with, the institutionalization that, and just everything in and of itself. I think she was really making her life a lot more difficult than need be, on top of the fact that she had a form of mental illness, whatever it may be, and it was very difficult.
I think she was making what she could out of it because she knew that Dr. Martin was the overbearing being, and that she was basically an empire of her own mind. But she knew that she was basically embracing their authority, and that she wasn't gonna, that she's in the situation that she's in, and nothing that she does, that's all you can do is make what you can out of it, and control what you can, where, like, she's making those moccasins, and feeling that if she decides to dominate the people around her, but if she feels that way in her mind, maybe it'll feel a bit more bearable. But you're getting this from somebody that is in a manic state too. So, but the way that she writes this too, where she and I am queen of this summer hotel, or the laughing bee on a stalk, and then there's a space, and she continues of death, and then continues, where she goes from, it's an interesting structure, where she starts saying something, and then cuts off, and then continues later on. But she doesn't continue that in the last two stanzas.
Yeah, it's an interesting point of breaking. It makes you wonder what she's signifying there. Mm-hmm. To me, it's reminiscent of electroshock treatment, perhaps, where that gap would be where they would give her a jolt. This is speculation, obviously, but maybe that is like. But the thought continues after, so there is that interruption of her thought. Could be something like an electroshock blast to her brain.
Interesting point.
Interesting.
She could be writing this as she's getting electric shock therapy.
That's an interesting theory.
Mm-hmm. But what were your thoughts, Kaila?
I feel like I definitely get the tongue-of-cheek nature of it. Like, the very first sentence, you, Dr. Martin, like, it seems very sassy.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, I do kind of take it at, like, face value. Like, it's almost like her emotions are kept at arm's length from the remaining of the poem. Like, she's accepting, like you said, like, this is her position right now, and there's nothing she can do to kind of change it, I guess.
Mm.
Yeah. The theme of intrusiveness it runs throughout, where she's talking about how Dr. Martin is like the eye in the sky who can see into everybody's cell, and so that kind of that idea, where they are kind of dehumanized in a way by being in this institution where they have no privacy, no expectation of privacy, no place to hide.
Mm-hmm. So, I think that, reading this, I felt that there were a lot of, I thought that the flow of the poem really did, starting at that point where it cuts off here and there, and just the whole, tone of it too. I think it did kind of establish her as a poet, where, and then she really, and then how she, and what she's, and just her experience there and what she's become. I just think that, based off of what I read from it, and it was just, I think it was quite something. Do we have anything else anybody wanted to say? Any final thoughts?
I don't think that she enjoys her time there. I said that already, but I'm saying
No.
it again.
That's valid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very few people would.
Yeah.
But I think that just the way that I love the way, I like being in the lunch line, the whole idea that she, we stand in broken lines and wait while they unlock the door and count us at the frozen gates of dinner. And then the Shibboleth is spoken and we move to gravy in our smock of smiles. I could definitely imagine that kind of thing. Because it's basically artificial. And we chew in rows, our plates scratch and whine like chalk in school. And there are no knives for cutting your throat. It goes right to that.
Yeah.
Which they're known for. I think the utensils are known for they can dissolve in water because they don't want to give them anything that they're going to kill themselves with. They're known for the writing. Your writing utensils are crayon.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can't really. It's not
injure yourself.
Yeah, you can't really injure yourself with it like you could a pencil or a pen. So.
What do you think of, I think it's twice, right, where she refers to herself and her fellow inmates as foxes or foxy. What do you think the point is of that?
I'm interested, because that stuck out to me too. She mentions that,
I mean, foxes are known to be, like, sly and cunning.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So, like, they're of high intelligence. So, I guess it's, like, a little, like, wink, wink, nudge, nudge to the fact that there is this, like, behind-the-scenes, like, life of these inmates. I mean, they're not really inmates, they're patients, but...
But she was referring to Dr. Martin. You lean above the plastic sky, god of our block, prince of all the foxes. She was referring to Dr. Martin in the way that he it just seems like he has that clever way of interacting with them and keeping them in check. But yet, you twist in the pull of the foxy children who fall like floods of life and frost.
Maybe he's leering at them. Maybe that's where it's going, because that's another. It's a slang for an attractive woman is foxy.
Mm.
So maybe he's like leering inappropriately.
That could be an explanation. I didn't necessarily see. I didn't really take it in a sexual connotation. But I mean, there are other instances where I felt the same way, and others may have not thought so.
Yeah, I was just throwing it out there. I'm not
Mhm.
saying I'm committed to that, but it's a possibility.
But it is an interesting word choice, because I think word choice is really crucial when it comes to
Poetry,
poetry.
especially.
Yeah.
yes.
No, I thought it was good though. I think it's a good poem.
I agree. I think that it was a good, very well written, and
Definitely.
definitely
It captures like what it would be like, I think, to be in an institution and to have people in control of your life to that degree. I think it captures a piece of that anyway.
especially if your argument about the electroshock therapy is brought into play, and this is where she's formulating it.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts from you, Jan or Kayla?
No. No, I think I pretty much covered it.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty then, if you're interested in reading this and Anne Sexton's other poems, here is the complete poems of Anne Sexton. Be sure to join us next time on another episode of The Very Gladiators. For now, keep reading.